tribulations, my heart, my balls, my somebody stop, somebody come and get me. Little did I know that the Lord was riding with me. The dark, the light, my heart, the fight, the wrong, the right is gone.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review from the Toronto Film Festival. Today's review is one of the highly anticipated films because it stars Jennifer Lawrence and her comeback in film in a leading role. And this one is called Causeway and it's directed by Lila Neugebauer. And here's a quick synopsis of it. Lindsay, a U.S. soldier, experienced a traumatic brain injury during her tour duty in Afghanistan, which forces her to return home. She struggles to return to her daily life with her mom as she awaits for her hopeful redeployment. And it stars again Jennifer Lawrence, Brian Tyree Henry, and Lila Emond, who plays Lindsay's mom in the story, with Jennifer's mom in the story. So, quickly, Causeway is a type of film that is made for award season. It is a very quiet, self-discovering drama. And both David Tyree Henry and Jennifer Lawrence will both get Oscar nominations or a heck of a award season run coming out of this movie. So let's just start off by saying that. Secondly, once we are introduced to the character of Lindsay, we see her returning home from war and we see the struggles that her motor functions are not the same. Her not being able to sleep at night. It deals with a lot of the trauma that happens with soldiers as they come back home from a traumatic incident that happens. At the same time, after all of this is happening and she's trying to get back on her feet, in a coincidence in a kind of a way, her car breaks down. And the first shop she pulls into is a shop ran by Brian Tyree Henry's character. And here is where we get the true function of this story. It's between these two characters, and these two characters channeling their mutual grief into what appears to be a friendship. At one point in time, you think it could be a romantic aspect to their friendship, but then that is quelled at a portion of the time in the movie. It's brought up because David Tyree Henry character tends to be so kind to Jennifer Lawrence's character in this film. From him helping her out, for her telling him, I don't know my phone number, it's weird. When she's dropping off her car to be fixed, he said, hey, how about you just give me a call, or I'll give you a call when it's ready. And she said, I don't know my phone number. And he said, huh, that doesn't make sense. And then he really sees that she actually does not know her phone number. But again, this is someone who's come back from war, so we see that she is still stuck in a certain place, stuck in wanting to get back to war, stuck in not wanting to be back home again. Once we finally get the introduction of Lindsay's mom, I think that's when the story takes a turn and we understand the full focus of everything is about grief, how you deal with grief, and how you don't let it control your life. As we're hinted towards Lindsay's brother and a traumatic thing that happens with her brother, and that her brother is like in really bad shape. He was in really bad shape, and it led to consequences of things that happened to him. Once we realize that, and then we see that her becoming close with David Tyree Henry's character, who also shares with her his traumatic thing. He lost a leg in a car accident, but the car accident also killed his nephew and I think his kid too. And it's all of that trauma compounded, and these two attempting to navigate it. We see them attempting to build this friendship off of that, while Jennifer is still trying to recover, getting her bearings back together and establishing herself as she's trying to force this doctor to allow her to redeploy, because that's all she knows. And it's pretty evident that's all she knows, is that I have to do whatever I have to do to get away from this house, because the house that she stays in with her mother is a source of her trauma, a source of her grief that she doesn't want to face. Same thing with David Tyree Henry, as they have this beautiful scene of both of them hanging out for the day. She takes him back home because he gets nice and drunk, and but not stupid drunk, but nice and drunk and just relaxed. And then she brings him home and notices how big his house is. And he brings up, this is the house I bought for my family. They left me, so I'm stuck here by myself. And it's a shot in the hallway when Jennifer Lawrence is looking at the house and she looks down the hallway. And in the shot, the house seems so big, but it seems so empty as it's nothing but darkness going down that hallway. And that shot just brings up like, wow, like this is a lonely person. And again, that's the key part of the story. These are two lonely people who found each other. And they found each other to comfort each other. But again, if you are dependent on someone else for your comfort, it can only lead down to a tragic circumstance because you're not dealing with your own loneliness or your own trauma yourself. You're leaning on someone else as a crutch to help you deal with it, which can be dangerous. Causeway entire story is just about dealing with grief. It works wonders on that level. It's a quick movie. It's about an hour and 30 minutes, not even long, and it's nothing big on story. It's really a film about conversation. It's a film about understanding these two characters, because these are really the only two characters. Again, Lindsay's mom is in it for a little bit, but not enough to take away that it's really just Jennifer Lawrence and David Tyree Henry that's in this film, even though Linda is great in every time she shows up in the film. But it's just dealing with them two, dealing with their trauma, dealing with their circumstances, and dealing with both of them trying to feel at home in the world that they feel has taken things away from them that they shouldn't have, even through their own circumstances, and some of them may be self-inflicted circumstances that it happened that way. So it's the best way to put it. It's a drama. It's nothing out the norm, but this is what I do call award season bait. It's a quiet drama with two of the best actors going right now, and giving them a meaty role. What do you normally get? It's very touching. It's a touching scene in the third act that happens between Jennifer and David Tyree Henry's characters, and it catches the audience off guard, but the response leads to so much truth telling that you understand why that had to happen, and you kind of understand why it did happen, because it was, again, just two people searching to let go of everything that they're going through. And for that reason, I think you'll like it. If you are a person who likes dramas, if you're not a person who likes dramas, this movie may not be for you. It's going to be a hard watch. Again, it's only an hour and 30 minutes, but it can feel much longer if you're not used to slow-paced type of films. But Causeway, brought to you from the Toronto Film Festival. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give Causeway a 9 out of 10. This is a really good movie. And again, something I'm expecting to see around award season, possibly best screenplay, actress, supporting actor, because they won't put him in lead. And granted, he should be in the lead because David Tyree is that good in this film. And it's possibly one of the best I've seen of this film festival from a male actor standpoint. So it's definitely something to pay a lot of attention to, and hopefully it gets the attention that it deserves, as it being Jennifer Lawrence's comeback starring role. This has been another JVS movie review. Peace, people.